Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. I'm Jay, and joining me today is special guest Zoe.
Hello.
Hello. Now, Zoe is a marketing specialist here in Thailand, and he has started his own small business so that he can live and work in the country. Now, that is what we're going to be talking about. If you're interested in coming to Thailand, living here, working here, opening your own small business, then you too can. We're going to talk about it in more detail with Zoe after the break. But first, let's look at some of the headlines from across the country.
Let's do it.
Starting with Thailand bans standing up on songthaews. Now, why would you want to stand up on a songthaew in the first place? But do you know what a songthaew is?
It's a tuk-tuk or something.
Yeah, I guess it's the Chiang Mai version of a tuk-tuk.
Yeah.
It's basically a pickup truck that's been built for people to sit at the back with seats. But yeah, Thailand has introduced a new law on Friday, last Friday, which requires passengers to sit down when traveling on a songthaew, a popular form of public transport. However, songthaew drivers say the law is detrimental to their livelihoods and are worried it could lead to extortion. Now, a songthaew is a passenger vehicle converted from a pickup truck with 2 rows of seats. Songthaews have been used as cheap form of transport for decades in Thailand, more prevalent in places like Chiang Mai. The new law, published in the Royal Gazette, aims to make songthaew experience safer for everyone, but drivers say it's impractical and uneconomical. And songthaew drivers spend about 1,000 baht a day on fuel, but they only charge 8 baht per person per trip on approximate, or little depending on the province that they're working in. This puts the drivers into a predicament. Now, rush hour has way too many people, and a lot of people need to use the service, and that's why they're standing. Songthaew drivers also said that the Department of Transport cannot expect songthaew drivers to be able to enforce the new rules. Are they supposed to stop and get out of the car? And because normally it's just single person operating the car, so they can't enforce it. They have to get out of the car, be like, sorry, too many people, you can't stand here, and then get back into the car. And what? They don't have any force to enforce it.
Yeah.
And if the drivers charge 8 baht per trip and they're only allowed 11 people, they'll make about 88 baht per journey. That's if the vehicle is full. And if they increase the price to 20 baht, let's say, that would most likely cause a reduction in passengers. Most drivers predominantly earn their income in 2 of the most busiest periods of the day. So the new law will reduce their income significantly. So the question is, do you displease passengers by rejecting them, saying, sorry, we have no more seats left, or risk breaking the law and being arrested?
It would be, I think, like risky, I guess, if somebody falls, breaks something. I'm from Pakistan, and the minibuses over there, they're full just like this, like all over. There's people on the roof as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the risk factor should trump everything else.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
In terms of safety, risk, doing the right thing, that makes complete sense. I think coming from countries like India and Pakistan, we've seen people sit on the roof of buses. That's a normal thing.
Yeah.
Because of the amount of people. This is more for the locals and people with low income who require an 8 baht trip. Right, this is not for everyone. This is going to affect the people who can't afford to take a van, which might cost 20 baht. And, you know, for some of the people watching, they might be like, oh, wait, 8 baht to 20 baht, it's a very low income. But for these people, it matters. And if they can't stand on a songthaew, then, you know, what they have to wait for the next van. They might miss work. They might get home later. And then the songthaew driver can't make enough money. It's a strange situation right now.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, I mean, there could be other factors too, right? Other possible things they could do, like, you know, increase the number of the songthaews roaming around, for example, Chiang Mai.
Make a standard price, increase the prices of the songthaew would probably be the last resort because, people are still not doing that well in terms of earning in the economy. But, yeah, I'm glad I don't work for the government.
True.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, please keep your comments coming in. Our next story is regarding a Grab taxi driver. Now, many people buy bouquets of flowers, though. Have you ever heard of the Have you ever heard of the money bouquet flower?
Yep. Yeah.
So in Thailand, it's common that people send a bouquet of 1,000 baht notes. So instead of flowers, they either get the 1,000 baht made into flowers, or it's just a bouquet of 1,000 bahts made to look like flowers.
Yeah.
Personally, I would love to receive one of those bouquets, but
Not from me, though, no.
but not if you're this person. Now, a Grab taxi driver has been accused of stealing a valuable cash flower bouquet by a woman who hired him to deliver the gift to her boyfriend. The bouquet was reportedly worth 50,000 baht, a significant sum of money. Now, initially, when I thought about this, I was like, if I was the Grab driver, I get paid 50 baht for the delivery, or I take the bouquet that costs 50,000 baht.
But 50,000 baht for, like, 50 baht for 50,000, that's like, seems like a huge risk anyways.
Yeah, also, initially, I was thinking, like, why would you flash around a bouquet of 1,000 baht notes and have it delivered by some random person
That
you
is
don't
true.
know?
I mean, maybe she didn't, I don't know, tip the guy enough?
Not enough, yeah, clearly. Well, here's what's going on. The Grab taxi driver, whose identity is yet to be disclosed, he denies the allegations and insists that he delivered the bouquet, and the two people were waiting for him, and he delivered the bouquet. Now, the woman who ordered the bouquet took to Facebook yesterday to report the driver because he apparently disappeared with her 50,000 baht cash bouquet, and she filed a complaint, and officers asked her to wait. But the incident has made her very anxious and wanted to share the story online to netizens. She revealed that she ordered a cash bouquet online from a flower shop, and the flower shop usually uses Grab taxi drivers to go and send the bouquet because they don't have time to make 100 deliveries a day. The shop uses Grab Express, and the Grab taxi driver's information, his name, his license plate is all registered, so they know exactly who's going to be doing it, and it's a fairly safe process.
Yeah.
It's very commonly used in Thailand. The accusation has raised questions about the safety and reliability of the ride-hailing services. With such services have become increasingly popular in recent years, concerns about security and accountability remain a persistent issue. Now, he says he delivered it. She says, we never got the bouquet. And the guy says, look, if the police order me to pay up, I will, but I did my job and I paid. So I was like, wait, if the police ordered you to pay up, and you would, even if you didn't steal it, then why would you pay it? But
I mean, you could go backwards first and double check as well, right? I mean, you see every time I'm out on the streets of Bangkok, I see Grab taxi drivers, Grab bikers taking selfies with packages every time. I've sent passports and really important legal documents through the same thing, but I've always asked them to like take photos and
proof of
send
delivery.
it. Proof of delivery, exactly. And that's literally every time that happens on Grab Express, at least for me. If there's proof of that, I don't know.
And it can be debated, like, should
Yeah.
something like that, something so flashy,
Yeah.
even be used as a delivery? Because, guys,
Yeah.
so it doesn't make sense. You're transferring 50,000 baht and you're paying someone 40 baht to do it. When you know that that's probably like his 5 or 6 month salary.
Yeah.
Like, realistically. So
I mean,
think about it.
there's one more point though. Like, is it possible that it was already done? I mean, is this an alleged story or is it confirmed?
It is an alleged story,
Yeah.
so there's still investigation going on. Who was right? Did the Grab delivery driver
Yeah.
deliver it?
Because in a world of scams and stuff, that's something that could happen as well. That it
Yeah.
was delivered. Now the person's trying to get it back.
Well,
Not that I'm trying to attack the lady, but
look, this seems like a very wealthy person because this was supposedly a graduation gift. So imagine you're graduating and someone gives you a 50,000 baht bouquet.
yeah.
So a lovely girlfriend giving her boyfriend a 50,000 baht
Yeah.
bouquet. But logically, does it make sense? Should she have done it? Viewers, let us know in the comments after the live video. Now, our last story today, before we get into the break, is Thailand to ban all plastic waste imports in 2025. That's in 2 years, guys. Thailand has taken a significant step towards reducing its plastic waste by announcing a complete ban on plastic waste imports from January the 1st, 2025. The decision made by the Thai cabinet today, which was yesterday, is a part of the country's ongoing efforts to tackle the escalating problem of plastic waste, which is contributing to environmental degradation and posing a threat to human health. Deputy Governor spokesperson Kuntipanan stated that the strict regulations and the eventual ban on the import of plastic waste aim to protect the environment and control pollution to safeguard the health of the people. Have you ever seen
That
plastic?
was a huge issue. I actually have a friend who started a company who collects trash from, beaches. That's all she does. And Macau and everything.
Is her name
Yeah.
Michelle?
Yes. There you go. We know the same people, yeah.
We know the same people. Phuket's a small place.
Yep.
Well, yeah, great news from Thailand. Thailand definitely needs to reduce its plastic. I spoke about a story late last week about how Thailand has significantly reduced its plastic production. I think they reduced it by something like 13 tons or something. So
That's good.
the fact that they're making an active approach is great to hear, and kudos to Thailand for doing something about it.
Yeah.
Better late than never. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we're going to talk with Zoe more about marketing in Thailand, starting a small business, living here, working here, and the problems he faces moving cities. Find out more after the break.
And join the fun at Carnival Magic, the world's first Thai carnival theme park. Don't miss the opportunity to experience the enchantment of the magical wonders at the one, the only Carnival Magic Phuket.
Welcome back after that refreshing break. You're watching Good Morning Thailand, and this show is brought to you by Carnival Magic. It's a carnival fantasy. Have you been to Carnival Magic yet?
I have not yet, no.
Did you watch my video?
No, I did not know. I have started it a few times, maybe like watch 5 seconds, and then I have work. So.
Shame. But ladies and gentlemen, you too can watch the video and visit Carnival Magic in Kamala, Phuket. It's one of the newest attractions here in Thailand. Great for family, great for partners, friends. Great way to spend your evening. Just check them out.
I have heard, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry?
I have heard through your advertising, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Brad Perrin, thank you very much, good sir, for becoming our latest Thaiger member. We appreciate your support for the channel. Thank you very much. Namarishka Hargate to you. Yeah. All right. Zoe.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, disclaimer. Most of you might not know who Zoe is, but he is always on our live chat. This is Zoe still moving about. He is a former friend from Phuket who opened his own business.
Yeah.
And lives and works here, and is a prime example of how actually many people, I'm not talking about large scale businesses, I'm talking about people who move to the country and want to start a small business. That's what we're primarily going to talk about. So Zoe used to work for Phuket Gazette. Before the Thaiger became the Thaiger, Thaiger used to be Phuket Gazette. And
Yeah.
Zoe used to be a journalist for Phuket Gazette. So it's Thaiger royalty in a way.
Whew. I made this place.
That's right. He used to be a journalist, and now he has returned
Twice
to see
now,
the
yeah.
company in a lot of glory. So
Yeah.
he left at the wrong time. But yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome
Thank
to the
you.
show. Great to
Yeah.
have you on. All right, let's just get straight into it. Starting a small business in Thailand. So you made the move from Phuket to Bangkok, right?
Mhm.
You were employed. You were working for another company, and then you decided that you needed to start your own small business to basically be able to provide yourself a visa and work here and a work permit. So how did you set up a business?
Well,
The most simple way, easiest
the
way.
simple way
Yeah.
is basically I talked to a bunch of people, like friends helped in getting me in touch with a lawyer and an accounting firm. So I just asked, what I can do. I also talked to my HR in my previous company and tried to figure out what can happen.
Yeah.
And it was a 2 to 3 month process, but, people guided. I did it.
So basically through like lawyers and an accounting company helped you set up the business here in Thailand.
Yeah, as a foreigner and as a person who's still learning how to speak Thai but has been completely unsuccessful at it, it's really easy for Thai lawyers, Thai accountant to deal with all of your paperwork.
Because all the paperwork is
Yeah.
in Thai
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So that's what happens, like, when you come to Thailand and you're lucky enough to get a job, the visa and the work permit is provided by the company that you work for.
Yeah.
However, if you're planning to leave or you're near the end of your contract, you have to quickly decide if your contract's going to be renewed or you're going to have to set up your own business or you're going to have to leave within a certain period of time. So you decided to, get in touch with a lawyer, get in touch with a accounting firm, set up a small business for you. Can I ask like what the initial cost is?
The initial cost was back in that time, which is about a year and a half ago, about 80,000
Okay.
baht.
80,000 baht,
Yeah.
lawyer fees, accounting fees to set up the business.
Yeah, I mean, work permit, visa, everything gets,
Work.
sorted
How
out.
how long does your visa last? 1 year.
1 year, yeah.
Work permit 1 year.
Yeah.
And to maintain the accountings of the business over the year, how much does that cost you?
For me, it cost initially about 75, but the costs kind of added up. And this is what I tell people as well now, that put aside like 100 to 120, just
Okay.
because, I mean, about 40,000 more was a surprise for me. I'm not good at math, but yeah, around that. And yeah, you should have that much at least set aside for this process, at least initially. Afterwards, you can literally find, cheaper options. You can pay in installments as well. A lot of people do that. My first lawyer actually did that for me. Yeah.
Okay. So let's say 80,000 baht set up, 120,000 baht to set up the entire country, 80,000 baht set up, 120,000 baht to run the business throughout the year. So to on the safe side, around let's say 200K initial investment for the first year.
No. So this was 75, 80 initially for like,
For the first
setting
year.
up, and then I didn't have to pay for like eight months or something.
Okay.
So it started with a very cheap, at a very cheap price, but eventually, now that I moved to Bangkok, it's about 120, for the full year. Then it was 75 for
I
the full
see.
year.
Okay.
Sorry
okay.
for the.
So approximately 120,000.
Yeah.
Is the number.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
It is
And then
a
you
number,
have
yeah.
your audits, but yeah, things keep popping up.
Yes.
So in my experience as well, when I was for me to run my company for about a year would cost about 120,000, which is strange because I pay 120,000 baht to be able to work in the country.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like. If I was just a national citizen here, and it's strange that I've been here for 21 years, but I'm still a foreigner. But yeah, for me to have a work permit and work here costs 120,000 baht.
Yeah, but you do need to realize
This
that.
is a small scale. Once again, this is small scale. We're talking about everyday people.
Why are you calling my business so tiny?
Sorry,
man?
man. You know what I mean. Like there's probably going to be
I'm joking, I'm
a
joking.
huge variety of
Yeah.
people watch our show. Successful businessmen,
Yeah.
successful business owners. So
And-
we're talking about the initial, like you want to take the first step and come to Thailand and open a small business.
Yeah, and you need to understand though that companies that you're working for, they actually pay for your work permit.
Yes.
At least most of them should. They pay for your visa as well, so that cost is separated then when you are working for yourself.
Yeah.
So that's stuff that you don't see. So technically, I think you're still paying, but the company is covering your costs instead of you yourself.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
another thing. Most companies give you a 1 year work permit, especially even if you're setting up your own company, they'll give you a 1 year work permit. But a 2 year work permit is possible.
Yeah.
You just have to pay, I think, a little extra. I think it's like plus 3 or 4,000 baht. But the strange thing I notice is that they won't give you the 2 year unless you talk to your agent or your accounting firm.
That's literally what happened with me. When I was moving, I was so exhausted. Like, I wanted to start making money and do stuff, but, it was always lawyer fees, go here, do this, do that. So I actually paid extra for a 2 year work permit. So I at least don't have to bother with that, in the first full year. And now I'm on a second 2 year visa, yeah.
And then
a 2 year work permit, sorry.
Your accounting company or lawyer takes care of your income tax per month.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, operating your business here, can things go wrong sometimes with your accounting?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna name people, but yeah, the first year I was happy that okay, I'm making a little amount of money and just to set up everything, blah blah, and I was really happy that my accountant was giving me this installment option, and every time I used to talk to her, she used to be like, yeah, you have 70,000 to pay, you can pay 15 now. So this kept on going on for almost a full year. And then when I finally moved to Bangkok and I wanted to transfer the business here, location wise, I found out that she had not filed any of the taxes. So basically I paid her over 40K to maintain everything, excuse me, without her actually doing anything. So the new firm over here was like, you can get into trouble. What do you need? What do you
haven't been
need?
paying tax for 8 months, buddy.
Yeah, and I think the when I had the meeting with them, the new law firm, they saw my face and they realized, yeah, he did not know, because like it can be bad for your business as well if you're trying to shave off expenses.
You are at the mercy of other people as well, because the documents are all in Thai.
Yeah.
You're not only a guest in this country, but you're learning things for the first time.
Yeah.
You're also trying to run a business, trying to make it, trying to make money, trying to survive,
Yeah.
having a life.
Yeah.
And then you're paying someone to take care of something for you, and you're at the mercy and hoping that they do the right job.
Yeah.
So it's also important to make sure that you're working with a reputable accounting company or lawyer, and if you can afford it, definitely safeguard yourself.
Yeah, true. I will say this, that the new firm actually had to pay, like on my behalf, I had to pay it off my pocket, like, penalties and stuff. But thankfully, it was not that much, because they realized, and then they also convinced the tax authority that, he wasn't messing around. He literally didn't know, because this thing happened. And interestingly, they also told me that if I actually filed a proper complaint, they could literally disbar the actual woman who was representing my business as well. But I was like, yeah, there's no need for that. I just want this fixed. And that's when, like, they paid up, again, more expenses. But, as of, I think, 2 months ago, everything's finally settled. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how does it feel running a marketing company here? Now we're in greener areas. You've come here, you've settled down, you went through that whole accounting shebang.
Yeah.
You've got your clients, life is starting to look a bit more rosy. How's it working in Bangkok?
Well, it's better now, definitely, like you said. I have, I got my first client here, actually very nearby this office. And like, she and I work together. I'm physically here, so it's easier. But for almost 6 months, I was working with one client in Phuket, who's thankfully still working with me. So I fly there every 3-4 months just to look at the business and talk to them, get photo shoots done and things like that. So it's better now. Since I'm not really worried about the accounting part of it, I also nabbed a client in the US. So, it's basically working, yeah.
But are you ever scared working here? Like, as in, like, do you feel like it's fairly safe and that you're not gonna, be messed over by people here? Like,
What kind of mess
in
over?
the sense that, okay, like, people always say that, okay, there's corruption and this and that, but like overall working here, like for more than a couple of years now, like, how do you feel? Like, is there a system? Is there a proper system and everything gets done properly and you don't have to pay this person off or that person off or under the table or over the table? We try to read between the lines, man.
Yeah. No, like, I think Thailand does get a bad rap about, like, things are not done the right way, and that's true, allegedly.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it depends on what kind of people you're working with. So I've managed to, like, hire a few people now, and they're all Thai, because I'm like, I don't know the language much. I need, like, people who are responsible for on the ground, basically, in the Thai market. And it's not that bad, surprisingly. I will say this, that a lot of these people I hired, the 3 people that I hired, they're like, we want to work with you because we are tired of working with Thai companies, which is unfortunate. But I think that's what they mean, that, there are some issues in that market that are not, present in the expat community, expat market, foreign businesses and stuff. So literally every single client of mine, they're all foreign owners of, businesses here.
And is it a competitive market, like in marketing over here? I mean, we're also kind of in the marketing business, but like, do you feel like it's a competitive market? Is there a rise in demand? Is there opportunities to earn a good living here?
There's so much money to be made. There's so much money to be made. It's just, and I think, post-COVID, like during COVID, everything was dead, right? I was just on the phone last night with a friend of ours, a friend of, her as well, Anne, and I was like, there's so much money now because people are just like, flooding back in. There's so many tourists, there's so many property buyers and everything like that, and you need to actually see if you can make it here, in terms of money and stuff. So, because of tourism, my client who has a restaurant in Phuket, their tables are booked now. But it was a really long and hard road for them when I started working with them, because I was literally there and nobody came to the restaurant. It's a good restaurant. And now it's like, their Friday nights, weekend nights, they're all like fully booked, which is like, obviously, it makes me really happy that I'm doing my job correctly, but I can't take all of the responsibility for it. The increase in tourism, increase in the money pouring in, it's easy to make money now, but it is a lot of competition. That's the second part, I think, of your question. It's competition because literally, if I'm offering a full-blown social media service for like, I don't know, 40,000, 50,000 baht a month, which it includes photo shoots, video shoots, things like that. There's literally the next guy who's like, I'll do everything for 20. And I'm like, how are you even managing this? Yeah. And that's literally what I was doing back then, that I was doing every single thing myself. Like, hey, I'll make a video for you. I'll get your photos taken. I've even contacted you for a couple of clients. We've worked together on one. And there was no operating cost then, but then now there is. And I can't possibly, bend over for the low ballers anymore now.
Yeah, I think that's a problem that Thailand struggled with a while. Like, most people here, they just want to give you a cut price, and there's no standard. So there's always someone willing to work for nothing. And the fact that they're okay working for nothing, and they don't want to make that profit because they probably want to make that relationship, but then they're just messing up the market for everyone else.
Yeah.
Anyways, we could go on for this forever and ever, but ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed this shallow dive into how to get started. But there are ways. You can come to Thailand, you can start a small business. It's fairly affordable with a minimal small investment at the start. If you are interested in this topic, let us know. We can do a more deep dive into this. But for now, I'd like to say thank you, Zoe, for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
For helping me
absolutely
out.
Honored.
My co-host today. And viewers, you can reach Zoe at
Zosma Productions.
Yeah, so Zoe also does marketing and
I'll leave my number just
marketing
to get some business here, because
On that note, I must end
made
the
this
show
place.
quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you have, please click the like button. We'll see you live again tomorrow morning. Until then, take care. See you. Bye-bye.
Take care.